These are mammoth. Fuck. What the fuck is this? Whoa. Evening fellas, Ben back again. Well, that is my suspension setup. Totally custom. Drained out the oil. I'm just going to add a little bit of preload to this fella. This fella is something that most of you guys will not find inside your suspension. You'll only find the spacer and the spring. The spring too, this particular spring is a straight rate spring. There's absolutely no difference in rate. The coils are evenly wound, and also a slightly heavy duty spring in comparison to the stock Himalayan spring. That being said, so the spring is custom. There is a preload adjuster on top, that is custom. The spacer, the metal spacer, is shortened by about the length of this setup. That is custom modified. And this bloody thing, this is like a magic solution to these kind of conventional forks. This makes this particular fork a lot more tunable and adjustable and to the rider's preference. So working on this fellow now, I'm just going to be adding some more preload to the spring. I don't want to give you figures, is because I don't want you to assume that there is a set it up and run for the rest of your life kind of a standard measurement or standardization to that. There's absolutely nothing like that. This is purely custom. So you can go up and down on this, the tension on the spring, depending on how you ride, how you like it, and so on and so forth. So there's a little bit of customization there. I'm just going to be increasing the preload on this particular spring, and that will hopefully improve the bottoming out resistance, and I'll be able to do jumps way much better with the Himalayan, and it's 200 kilos. No matter how hard I try to make this setup as good as a an USD fork setup with serious valves and internals, I still don't think I can match up to that. But that being said, this little thing, this is from YSS. This one thing alone is a big game changer. So if you guys have access to this alone, go ahead and buy yourself this fella. Get yourself this fella. The spring comes in next. The preload adjuster is also more like an icing on the cake. Well, that should be it. The oil that I've drained out is 15 weight oil, unlike the 5 weight or the 10 weight that comes with the factory forks. So this also is heavyweight oil, heavy duty oil, and it's in pretty good nick. It has enough viscosity. I'm just going to be putting it back in, putting the same thing back in. But yeah, that's the fork preload adjuster valve. Gold valve, sorry, this is the gold valve or the YSS valve emulator. So this kind of emulates cartridge forks or the upside down forks. So these small fellas are for the smaller hits, the big holes are for the larger hits, and the larger hits and the smaller hits both controlled by this particular preload on the spring. Pretty simple, straightforward instrument, but a lot of trial and error to get it to work like this, work the way it works. A big thanks to I don't remember the name of the owner or the founder of the company, Racetech. Racetech started it all, and everybody then started copying their designs. So Racetech from America, I believe, is the one who introduced this particular valve system for the regular forks, and YSS just made something like a copy, a carbon copy. Well, yeah, that's it. I will get back to you guys after I'm done with putting things back together, and then we'll put it to test. Oh, that was a day. Almost 8 hours of meddling around, 8-9 hours of meddling around. Well, suspension tuning is not a joke. Suspension tuning is more complicated than just about anything else on the machine. Because suspension tuning is extremely case sensitive, rider specific. So all that I did since morning has kind of paid off, and I've finally landed myself a suspension that I can count on. Crazy ass machine. A good day of tuning, figuring it out, and finally I believe now this machine can take hits, hard hits, and make a joke out of it. It's already leagues ahead of the factory Himalayan. But that being said, something like a custom requirement, very specific requirements need to be met with. Few more bits of tuning. I mean, you have to be seriously invested in tuning if you have some specific requirements of your motorcycle, that is jumps and hard hits, whoops, big whoops. So if you want to take all of that, then you better be ready with the right kind of suspension. Well, that was it. I'm calling it a day. Let's hope that this is going to perform really, really well when I take it to the same section where you have these big whoops. And I'll get back to you guys with a review. Until then, this is Ben signing out for now. Ciao.